In a magical land, there lived a tiny girl named Thumbelina. She was no bigger than a person's thumb, with hair as golden as sunlight and eyes as bright as stars. Thumbelina lived all alone in a cozy little house made from an old acorn, deep within the heart of a vast meadow. Thumbelina loved her peaceful life in the meadow, surrounded by the beauty of nature. She had made friends with the flowers, chatted with the birds, and danced with the butterflies. But despite her cheerful heart, Thumbelina sometimes felt lonely. She wished for someone her size to talk to and share her adventures with. One day, as Thumbelina sat near a flower, she heard a soft, rustling sound. Curious, she looked around and saw the tiniest creature she had ever seen, a handsome little fairy named Tom. Tom was no bigger than Thumbelina herself, and he had sparkling wings that glimmered in the sunlight. Thumbelina and Tom quickly became friends. They talked about their lives and shared stories of their adventures. They laughed and played, and their days were filled with joy and companionship. Thumbelina was overjoyed to have found a friend who was just the right size for her. As summer turned to fall, Thumbelina and Tom continued to explore the meadow together. They gathered seeds and built cozy homes for the birds and insects to stay warm during the cold months. Thumbelina and Tom's friendship grew stronger with each passing day, and they couldn't imagine being apart. One day, a big rainstorm arrived, and Thumbelina and Tom had to take shelter in a tulip flower to stay dry. As they waited for the storm to pass, Thumbelina noticed a soft, familiar voice coming from outside the flower. It was a handsome swallow named Prince, who had been caught in the storm and injured his wing. Thumbelina and Tom helped Prince into the tulip, tending to his wing and giving him food and water. As Prince rested and recovered, he shared tales of his travels and adventures in far-off lands. Thumbelina was fascinated by his stories, and Prince was charmed by her kindness and spirit. As days turned into weeks, Thumbelina, Tom, and Prince became the best of friends. They spent their time sharing stories, singing songs, and laughing together. The tiny acorn house that Thumbelina had once called home was now filled with laughter and warmth, thanks to her two new friends. When spring returned and the meadow burst into colorful bloom, Prince's wing had healed. He was ready to fly again and continue his journey. Thumbelina felt a mixture of happiness and sadness, happy that Prince could resume his adventures, but sad to say goodbye to her dear friend. With a heavy heart, Thumbelina bid farewell to Prince, knowing that their paths might cross again someday. Tom, too, felt a sense of loss, but he reminded Thumbelina that their friendship would always remain in their hearts. Thumbelina and Tom continued to enjoy the beauty of the meadow and the wonders of nature. Their friendship grew stronger, and their adventures continued. And whenever Thumbelina looked up at the sky and saw a swallow flying by, she would smile, remembering the incredible friends she had made and the adventures they had shared. And so, in the magical land of the meadow, Thumbelina and Tom proved that true friendship knows no size and that the tiniest of hearts can hold the biggest of dreams. They lived happily ever after, cherishing the memories they had created and looking forward to new adventures that awaited them in their enchanted world. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us on this journey with more amazing stories.